pets, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 10 tips on how to have a higher chance at hatching a legendary. Disclaimer, these tips are not guaranteed to work, so don't be sad if you actually don't get a legendary, but these tips are just going to help you to get a higher chance at getting a legendary. And if you have bad luck, then these tips may or may not be very useful. So let's start. Tip number 1. Last task needs to be thirsty or shower. A lot of people know this tip, and it personally worked for me so many times. So I really hope that it works for you, or really any of these tips in general. Tip number 2. First task needs to be thirsty, then do the other tasks normally, so basically any tasks. And then the final task needs to be specifically sleepy, and you go in the nursery. Tip number 3. Hatch your eggs at the same time. What I mean by this is that you get your alt account or your friend to get any egg, and at the same time you guys will hatch your egg. So if you're hatching a Japan egg and your friend is hatching a pet egg, that is completely fine. You will still get those high percentages to get a legendary. Tip number 4. Tip number 4. Hatch your eggs in a public server. The changes the chances of getting a legendary will be higher because there will be other people hatching eggs. You won't be the only person to hatch a Japan egg, a royal egg, a pet egg, etc. So if you hatch eggs in a public server, not a private server, you will have just a better chance at getting a legendary. Tip number 5. Before each task, reset your character. If you are hatching a cracked egg which has 4 tasks, before each task, just reset your character. So, before we continue with this video, please consider subscribing and liking this video. It means a lot to me. If you don't want to, that's completely fine, but if you want to, then that would be amazing. Tip number 6. This might be a weird tip, but it works. If you have 1,500 bucks, you are able to buy two Japan eggs, for example. Don't buy the 2 eggs at once. Just hatch the first one normally. Then you should buy the second egg and do any tasks. And you should get a higher chance at getting a legendary. So you can hatch a legendary either from both, or the first or the second egg. It doesn't really matter. Tip number 7. Manifest. This is as weird as the other one, but to be honest, it works. So you need to just really do your tasks normally and any tasks you want, but at the last task, so you just do that task when the egg is hatching, when it kind of brings that white form, the egg is hatching. Just say in real life, I believe I will get a legendary. Don't just say it, but actually believe in yourself and know it's going to happen. Just know when you come in the room, you're going to find a legendary. Because now, when you say that sentence, you need to get out of the room or the area, and when you come back, you may find the surprise of getting a legendary, or the nightmare to getting some common or some pet that you didn't want to get. Tip number 8. Treat the egg as its theme. If you are hatching a Japan egg, hatch it in the nursery where there are the Japanese decor. For this, it means you can't have the last task as hot spring, because the hot spring, you can't do it in the nursery, so most likely the task needs to be thirsty or hungry for you to do this type of method. If you are hatching a pet egg, hatch it where there are pets around it, example, the pet shop. Tip number 9. You will need an alt account or friend for this one. Let's say you are hatching a retired egg. On your alt account or your friend, you will need to have a unicorn or a dragon. Just depends on the legendary pets of the particular egg that you are hatching. Exactly when your egg is hatching, so you get to do any tasks you want, your friend or the alt account needs to take out that unicorn, that dragonfly out while the egg is hatching, and you should get a legendary. Let's just say a higher chance. Tip number 10: treat the egg with royalty. Every time your egg needs to sleep by the royal crib or the royal bed, and afterwards, when the egg has finished the task, immediately delete it. I hope these tips were helpful. If you try any of these tips and get a legendary, be sure to let me know. Let's just pray that the comments are on so you're able to tell me in the comment section down below. Sorry if I haven't been posting much, but I can't really post as frequently because of school and all types of reasons, but I'm trying to make a few videos because I don't want to bore anyone. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, carrots!